What's going on, fishy friends? Alright, let's do a quick update in the fish room. Here we are looking at the 20 long. Anybody who's followed along might notice things look a bit different in here. Got a little fed up with the scape with all those stem plants overgrowing everywhere. So I pretty much pulled out everything other than the crypts and let's see, what do we got here? Some of the dwarf hairgrass, I think that is. That's the Japanese clover, I forget the exact name of that. And some chain swords back there in the moss. I pulled out all the gravel that was over there and went in a completely different direction. And what I just got in the mail today is some dwarf baby tears. Now, these plants were grown immersed versus submerged. Immersed meaning the roots are underwater and the green leaves are grown out in the air. So what just came to me was 2 bags that look kind of like this, packed with dirt in the roots where they were growing underwater. So I've been trying to clean the first bag out, and that's some of the dirt that was left in there. And let's see, we are doing a little bit better. Still some dirt that needs to come out of there before I actually plant it. What else has changed in here since the other day? Let's see, I redid my CO2 setup. I changed that big ugly manifold I had. I'll see if I can put together a video on how I was building this new setup. Over here, my natural approach to curing the ick seems to have worked. I noticed some ick on some of those Remino's Tetra, and what I did was I cranked up the heat to about 89 or 90 degrees for about 10 days. I also did a big trimming in here. I got rid of most of the giant red tiger lotus that was covering the top of the tank. So in here right now we got about 13 Remino's. There are 2 or 3 angelfish somewhere that like to hide. Let's see, there's one of them. There's one of the other ones. And there's a black angelfish in here that was not looking so good yesterday. Speaking of black angelfish, let's see if anybody remembers, I had purchased a couple of angels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in there? 4 there. And there's the 5th. That guy is still alive and still swimming in circles. The torn fin that he seemed to have is now healed, but he's still not swimming straight, so something's going on with him. He's trying to eat, but he's not doing so well. We lost one of the Pristilla tetras the other day. One of them, I don't know, since about day 1, the coloration didn't look so great. That one kicked it the other day. Everybody in there is doing really well. That's still an empty tank waiting to be a shrimp setup one day. There is a male and female German blue ram doing their thing. The discus have spawned and eaten the eggs once again. So hurry up and wait with these guys. 72 bow fronts looking good. I should point out the reason why I ended up rebuilding or redesigning my CO2 system is I had a leak and I almost ran out of CO2 and then ended up gassing the tanks. Pretty much dumped a whole lot of CO2 into the tanks and ended up losing some fish because of it. I lost the epistogrammas that were up here, which is another reason why I decided to rescape this thing so drastically. On that note, I am waiting on an order of fish, a couple of new epistogramma and some other dwarf cichlids, a couple of different rams, and I probably won't get those for another week or 2. That's an order that came from, well, should be coming from Ted Judy. He's importing a bunch of fish from I don't know, Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic, something to do with Czech. So hopefully those will be here soon. And hopefully I can get those dwarf baby tears cleaned up and get a carpet of that going over here in this corner with any luck. And these guys are still doing really well. Very difficult to get a good shot of them because of the glare, but there they are. Alright guys, that's it for now. I'll check back in soon.